Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to the final of the UGBC. We somehow made it. We somehow fought our way to the final, and it's been a long road. But you know, I think but I think we do have a chance to win it, all at the end of the day, to win it all. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very tough. Our opponent is Mark or Rick. He goes by two different names, and he is coach of the Los Baños Pikachus. I couldn't get the accent on the N, as you can see on the screen. But he's coach of the Los Baños Pikachus, and he has got a pretty scary team. As does a lot of people in the UGBC because it's just a small league, but he's got a pretty scary team. And I'm just going to run through very quickly what he's got. He's got a Mega Gardevoir, he's got a Chansey, he's got a Skarmory, Fortress, Entei, Suicune, Dugtrio, Rotom, Rhyperior, Mesprit, Pikachu, and Audino. So he's got a very bulky team actually. I think that's the scary thing about it. He's got a lot of bulk with Mega Gardevoir to be able to sit there and clean up at the end of it all once the bulk has done a bit of damage. But I'm pretty confident that we can steal a win here at the end of it all. He's got a couple of common weaknesses with the Chansey and Audino, but he's rounded out his team very well. He did a lot of trading before the playoffs, and it really stood to him. I think it was him that did all the trades in the playoffs, and it really stood to him because he's gone all the way to the final. So he's by no means it will be by no means an easy match. Anyone who gets to the final is obviously going to be a tough match. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into what exactly I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it. So I'm going to start off with, first and foremost, my Zardex. So I'm bringing this set, and you're probably thinking, what have I done with my Charizard X? This is not the set you're used to seeing. Like, I tend to be a very standard guy with one or two kind of strange stuff being thrown in, but I tend to keep Zard very standard. This week I'm not. I've gone totally different this week. I've gone for a different twist on the standard Will-O-Wisp Roar set, or just the plain bulky Will-O-Wisp set. What I've done is I've taken it and I've edited the EVs around so that one Dragon Dance can outspeed the Mega Gardevoir and the Dugtrio with the speed investment I have. The bulk investment I have allows me to live a Hyper Voice or a Psyshock from the Gardevoir and get D-Dance up, and that 30 EV investment in my attack helps me allows me to OHKO Mega Gardevoir with Fire Punch after one D-Dance. So there was method to the madness, and that Gardevoir, by the way, that's a non-bulky Gardevoir, because if he brings a bulky Gardevoir, fair play to him, kudos, but I don't expect him to. I expect him to bring the offensive Gardevoir because he's got so much bulk on his team as it is. He doesn't really need more. But that's the team this is the set I'm running with, and I think this team can put in the finest to work. I can set up on Chansey, Gardevoir, Skarmory, Fortress if it's not carrying Explosion, Entei if it's, I don't really want to set up an Entei because it can carry Stone Edge or what have you. I can set up an Rotom and the Audino. Like, I could set up with this thing for days, and I fully intend to at one point or another. I'm going to have to be very careful how I use this Zard, because this thing is, I think for the first time in the UGBC, this Zard is going to be my win con. Full on, it's going to be my win con. I'm very scared of Dugtrio. I'm petrified of the Dugtrio. That Dugtrio just wrecks me. And that's the reason why I'm being very careful with my speed investment to make sure when I D-Dance, the Dugtrio is done. Unless he's sashed. If he's sashed, I'm in huge trouble. But I do have the speed investment there to be able to outspeed it, and the Fire Punch to be able to do a bit more damage to it. So that's the kind of setup. That's the setup I'm running, and hopefully it'll work. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I have a lot of confidence that this Zardex set will work, and we'll put in a lot of work this week. So moving on then, I figured that I had so much ample opportunity to set up on this team that I needed Zardex, and Zardex kind of just does a lot to the Skarmory and the Fortress, to the Chansey as well. I'm still debating over if I need Dragon Claw or if I need the Earthquake because of the Rhyperior. I'm just looking. I think I'd rather the Earthquake, actually, to be fair. Actually, while we're here, we'll just do a very quick calc. We do a very, very quick calc. Damage calcs. I know I tend to always have this done, but I always struggle with it sometimes. Especially after doing my team build, I'm like, you know, I could have done this different. I could have done that differently. I'm going to go for this bulk yo-yo. I'm going to go 70, 30. We are not physically defensive. We are especially defensive with 100. No, with 160, and I'm careful. I'm careful, you guys. I'm careful. Earthquake, and against the Rhyperior. Let's just say he's the tank. So Earthquake only does 30%. Wow. Why for at +1? 38, 45%. What about Dragon Claw? Dragon Claw does more. Dragon Claw does more. I think it's because of Solid Rock. What about against the Entei? Earthquake does the Earthquake and OHKO. That's a potential OHKO. No, I'm actually going to keep the Dragon Claw, I think, because the Earthquake doesn't have a chance to OHKO. Well, it has like a very slim chance to OHKO, but most likely I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to 2-hit KO it. So I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw and keep it like that. I've been tossing and turning over that decision for ages, but no, that's the way I'm going to work with it. So but after that, I was looking around and I struggled building this team. I think it was the pressure really, but I was looking around and I realised Rhyperior bodies my Zard, and I need something for the Dugtrio as well. I need something for the Suicune. I'm not really afraid of the Pikachu, but it's always nice to have. I always like to have every mon covered at the very least. So I figured I bring the Tangrowth. So I'm bringing the Tangrowth, and I'm bringing the Assault Vest variant of it, and I'm rocking a mixed set. I'm rocking Giga Drain, Knockoff, Poison Jab, and Hidden Power Fire. So what I'm thinking is that whoever wants to deal with Marge, either be the Fortress or the Skarmory, is going to come in and take the hits and, you know, kind of put a bit of pressure on me, like set up the hazards, what have you, whatever it wants to do, and I can just HP fire it and put pressure on it that way. That's the reason why behind HP Fire. Poison Jab to deal with another way to deal with Mega Gardevoir. With the Assault Vest, I should be able to live one hit, whether it be Hyper Voice or Psy Shock. I can live one hit, Poison Jab back. Knock off, because I want something to deal with. I want to be able to get that Evolite off the Chansey and be able to deal super damage to it later on. And then the Giga Drain for the Rhyperior and the Suicune and the Dugtrio. That was basically it. I don't really have much to hit the Entei with, or the Rotom-Mow for that matter, but the Rotom-Mow doesn't really. Actually, no, sorry, I take that back. I have the Poison Jab for Rotom-Mow, which is a really good benefit. Yeah, I was really happy when I came up with this set. I was tossing and turning between having Brick Break on it or not. I was really suffering from 4 slot syndrome with Tangrowth this week, but I'm pretty happy with this set. I'm pretty happy rocking out with this set, because I can see him just jumping in with Skarmory and Fortress whenever he gets a chance. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty settled on this one, and I think it'll work out with the offensive pressure I can put on. Once he sees the Tangrowth, and with Regenerate, I can just come back in and out the whole time and get my health up that way. So I'm very, very happy with that. The next Pokemon, Solar Panel, is one I actually really tinkered with a lot. I really tinkered with Solar Panel a lot. My initial way of running it was scarfed. It was really weird actually. I was running max attack, max special attack, max bulk, a little bit in speed F with a scarf variant, so as I can outspeed a Dugtrio if he came in and trapped me. And then I decided to try something else, as you see later on in the video, but that was really my set, and I had these moves on it. I had the Surf, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Volt Switch. Surf for the Dugtrio, the Rhyperior, Thunderbolt for the Suicune, and the Skarmory, Volt Switch to get some initiative, and the Dark Pulse for the Mistbird. And that was the set really. And I really want a Volt Switch as well, because he'd probably just dump his chance in on top of me if I don't have the Dugtrio. And if he did that, then I'd be in a bit of trouble, and I won't be able to do much with it, and he'll get a free turn to heal. If I can Volt Switch and get some sort of initiative when I predict the chance of coming in, that would help a lot. So I decided to rock out with this, and I decided to replace the scarf for the shed skin, because shed shell, because this allows me to escape the Dugtrio if I see the earthquake coming and go into the likes of Marge or the Mandibles or whatever. So I kind of decided to go for the shed shell after I'd done my full team building episode, not the episode, but my full team building, and I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping that I can just pull it off and it'll save me the mon. I fully see him bring Dugtrio because it does such a number to me. But if he doesn't, then I'd be relieved, to be honest. But as well, because the Dugtrio and the Suicune are the two mons I'm petrified of at the moment. Suicune is just scary, and I do come up with a way eventually of dealing with it. Well, to stop the Crowcoon set anyways, which is the one I'm really afraid of. If he doesn't bring Crowcoon, then I can kind of just spam Thunderbolt on it and make it weak. But that solar panel, I'm hoping it does a bit of work. I'm hoping it gets a kill or two. But as I said, I'm really relying on the Zard to put in the work, and I'm also relying on this thing. I'm also relying on this thing to do a lot of work, and that's the Playboy Azumarill. And I decided to band it, and this is the first week I've brought Choice Band Azumarill, and I'm bringing it because it is ridiculously powerful. Bulky Adamant Nature. I'm rocking with Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Play Rough, and Knockoff. The more I look at, the more I don't see why I need the Play Rough. I actually don't need Play Rough. I do need the Superpower though, so I'm going to drop Play Rough, and I'm going to bring Superpower. I'm going to use Superpower because I'm just looking. No, the Play Rough isn't super effective on anything, and he's got 2 resistances to it. Whereas Superpower hits the Audino and the Chansey very hard, hits the Rhyperior very hard, even though I have the Water type moves. Yeah, I think I'll just rock out with Superpower, and then I have the Knockoff as well to be able to hit things I want to switch out on me. So I decided to bring this set because I figured he's got so many walls that I need something to be able to just damage them, like really cripple these guys and not want them to take a hit. And I decided the Azumarill will do the job just nicely. And I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping that I don't really want it. I'd like if it picked up a few kills, especially Dugtrio. But if it can really hamper the Skarmory, the Chansey, and the Fortress, and I lose it, but it's after doing 3/4 of the damage to it, and I can just clean up later on with another mon, then I'd be delighted with that. That'd be just enough that'd be enough output from Playboy for me to justify this set being here. And if you can knock out the Rhyperior as well, all well and good. So I'm bringing the Playboy, and hopefully it'll work out. And that's the reason why I'm bringing that. So after I'd done all this, I looked at the team. I reckon I kind of have everything near enough sorted. Because the Entei is also damaged by Playboy as well. I have everything kind of near enough, kind of sorted. Everything is kind of relatively covered, but I don't really have that much bulk. I have 0 bulk on the team at the moment. Granted, Marge can take a few hits, but I kind of want a little bit more bulk, and I decided I'll go back to the Starman Darkness bulk core that I had back in week 1. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to go for the Shuckerberry Starman with Ironhead, Wish, Stealth Rocks, and Toxic. Now, I am really struggling with Starman's set because for me, like, Ironhead doesn't do that much to the Dugtrio, whereas, you know, that's my problem with it. You know, I could Toxic it because he can come in, you see, and trap me and kill me with the Dugtrio with this with Starman, and the Sugar Bear allows me to have one hit, but the Energy Ball doesn't kill. So I'm really struggling with it. And the more I think about it, the more I kind of want Energy Ball on it. What does more? Does the Energy Ball do more, or does the Energy Ball or the Grass Knot do more? I'm just going to double check because Jirachi can get Energy Ball, Grass Knot as well. It probably doesn't, but it's always no harm to check. I'm going to go for the Energy Ball here against Dugtrio. I'm going to go UU Trapper. We are Shuckerberry. Thank you. I just used the mouse instead of the. There we go. So as you can see, Energy Ball does about, you know, it does 87 max. If I dump 32 EVs in here though, it does 90. So like I do need a significant SPDF investment to be able to hit back, and I'm not really too keen on it. Ironhead does plenty though. Ironhead does plenty. Do I get a physical grass type move with Jirachi? That would be interesting. No, I do not. If Ironhead does that much, I wouldn't. Interesting. Because yeah, I might just stick with a Toxic then. Yeah, I might just do that actually. Yeah, no, I'll do that. But yeah, I was really struggling with the Energy Ball. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Toxic so I can put a timer on one or two things, particularly the Suicune and the Entei. And then I have Wish to pass off health back to my offensive threats. I've Rocks, so it's wear down his team. Because in case that Dugtrio sashed and I can get the Stealth Rocks up, it's game. It's brilliant. It's particularly if I can get an Iron Head off on the switch. If I set up Rocks and he comes in and after that, you know, it could be really good for me. But because he might be thinking, because if just one scenario, I'm hoping to play a bit of mind games with him. But one scenario is if we start scamming Jirachi and I set up my Rocks and he set up the spikes and he realizes, wait a minute, I can trap the Jirachi now, and he comes in and then I can Iron Head, and then he gets Rocks damage, and you know, it hurts him. It really does hurt him. So I'm hoping that will work. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. So I also wanted the Iron Head for the Gardevoir. I wanted the SPDF bulky variant to deal with the Mega Gardevoir in particular. This Mega Gardevoir cannot touch Jirachi, and that's a major offensive threat. So I was delighted with that. Suicune doesn't really you can set up on it, but you know, I really need to be careful with the Suicune with this Starman set. The Mistspirit doesn't want to do much to it. Ardino doesn't want to do much to it. Pikachu doesn't want to do much to it. Rotomo doesn't want to do much to it. And the Skarmory, the Fortress, can't really do much either. So it's not too bad. I think it should be fine. I think it'll work out relatively okay, and I'm hoping it does. And then, last but not least, that I need one more bulk, and as I said, I decided to go for Darkness to bring back that defensive core I had in week 1. I decided to go for Defog, Foul Play, Roost, and Whirlwind with a physically defensive set. I was tossed and turning between Foul Play and Knockoff, but I decided to go for Foul Play at the end because I have 2 Knockoff users and I don't really need a third one. I have Defog to get rid of hazards if his Skarmory decides to land spikes and whatever on top of me, as well as the Fortress. I need a way to deal with it, so I got Defog. I have Foul Play on there for the likes of the Rhyperior and the Dugtrio and the Entei in particular. The Entei in particular, because this thing can take a good hits from Entei and live. I have the Roost to be able to recover, and then I have the Whirlwind to stop Crocoon. And that is it. That was the set. That was it. Literally the Mandibles just patches up the last remaining bits on the team that need to be patched up, and for that I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. So that's the reason why I have this Mandibles. And as I said, at the end of all this, I changed Solar Panel from Scarf to SirensCeol, and that was the team. This is the team, and I'm hoping it does well. I'm nervous. Not gonna lie, I'm very, very nervous about this. But I think we might be able to snag it. We do have a very good Fire, Water, Grass core. We do have a very good Dragon, Fairy, Steel core once Zard Mega Evolves. We have a fast Electric type to be able to just pick things off, and Helios has great coverage. The Mandibles gives and Jirachi gives a bit of bulk. And we have two ways to deal with his Steel types. We have two ways to well, we have one real good way to deal with his Dugtrio and other ways around it. And we have one way to deal with the Suicune. A little bit worried about dealing with the Suicune, but we have one really good way to deal with it, so hopefully it'll work out. And yeah, I think that's it. Every time I just keep glancing at this team. I have it over here on my other screen. I just keep glancing at it. I'm thinking, yeah, no, I think we're going to be okay. Nervous, but I think we're going to be okay. So I'm going to wrap it up there today, folks. If you like the team building episode and you think and you want to show your support for the Wexford Wailords for the upcoming final, please click that like button down below, and please give me your thoughts on what you liked about the team building episode, what you think about the team, and your thoughts overall in the of this season UGBC of the UGBC. How you thought I went, how you thought I did, all that fun stuff. Love reading them, love reading the comments, love reading your thoughts. And if you want to see more league action coming your way, please click that subscribe button down below. And on that note, you guys, I'll see you next time.